you must suffer the consequence. So this is a sort of destiny which you can never change. Now, as to what might happen to you, or what might have happened to you in the past, or what may happen to you in the future, these are the two areas in which the first belongs to your behavior of co-relationship with the laws of nature. The second is unpredictable, because there are so many things which may happen to you, to your brain, your health, for which you yourself will be responsible, which may change the relationship, your relationship with the laws of nature. That part can only be known to God, which lies in the future. But it does not mean that the knowledge of God will create something for you. His knowledge of the future is very much like his knowledge of the past. So whatever happened in the past, you hold yourself responsible for that. So Allah's knowledge of your past does not mean that He is responsible for your behavior in the past. Exactly the same way, His knowledge of the future is not causative. It is because it will so happen and He knows it. So in this manner you can understand the overall plan of destiny. Destiny are the laws of nature known to us or unknown to us, which govern the faith of everything which has been created. Among those laws, some are understood by us and some are not as yet understood. Those laws which are not as yet understood, they also play a role in things. So the understanding of destiny becomes very confusing and very difficult to fathom. But Allah knows. So His knowledge is called predestination. But in that, the thing which moves within the orbit of its creation is itself responsible for caring for the laws or not caring for the laws. The difference between human life and the life of the matter, that also has a life. According to the Holy Quran, everything has a life, although it is not visible to us. Life, according to the Quran, is a progressive thing of awareness. It sinks into something beyond our comprehension when we speak of matter. There it takes the form of laws of nature. It assumes an awareness when it enters the phase of life as we know. So talking of both these areas, the material life occupies a large area where we do not know what it is made of, why it is behaving in a certain manner. But it also has no option but to act according to the will of God. So all animals before us, inclusive, they do not possess an option. They follow the laws of nature automatically, as though automatically. The beasts of jungle eat the flesh because this is inbred into them. It's no cruelty on their part. If they do not eat flesh, they will do it to their own disadvantage and they may die. It will not be counted as a piety on their part, nor the eating of flesh will be counted as a crime on their part. So this is their destiny. It's very understandable and very clear. But the destiny of man becomes very complicated because options are involved there. Volition is involved. Man is given choices. He can do this and he can do that. And whatever course he takes creates a new destiny for him. So although he is commanded by destiny, he can make his own destiny. That is the strange thing about the creation of man. And this complicates the issue of destiny with regards to the acts of humans and how they influence his life and the life of others. Now, this is another part which further complicates the matter. Humans do not only influence their own life and life of their dear ones, but they also influence the life of others, even of those to whom they are not even remotely connected. A bad, irresponsible driver can hit a car and cause irreparable damage to property and life. Now, this is another example of the areas which are very, very confusing regarding destiny. Man commands his destiny in a manner that he is also helpless. One is going on the road and is hit by a car, no fault of his, but he will suffer from the consequences of somebody else's folly. So in this way, the entire mankind is connected and interrelated in areas where another form of destiny takes over. And that destiny is that man should progress by learning from his follies. So the thing which you refer to as an accident, in which a poor innocent suffers, innocent person suffers, is not useless either. Because if such accidents had not taken place in life, life would not progress to a better form of civilization and greater comfort. So you learn from your accidents. The result is that sometimes this accident is because of bad designing on the part of the makers of cars. Sometimes they could have been avoided because of some flaws which appear in the steering or in other systems. So the improvement begins to take place in all these areas immediately. And the people who suffer, the doctors attend to their suffering and try to improve the quality of life by suggesting new means of medical care and surgical care and so on and so forth. So everything that happens in this world begins to improve the overall shape of man's life. So people may think that this destiny which I am referring to is useless, but it is not useless. Remove it from the beginning and we will return back to our original state of lack of civilization, lack of scientific progress and so on and so forth. So I hope this much should be sufficient, because the question is very complicated. Not for me, I hope, but the answer is complicated. Thank you. Please.
Next question is from Mrs. D. Hall, who is a Mauritian.
Mrs. D.
Hall.
Over there, yes?
She asked, how do you cope with a teenager's change of attitude and faith?
You can't cope when they begin to take place. Before that, you can cope with them. If you bring up your children in a manner that they are at one with you, they feel a part of the family as against the outside society which pulls them